The world as we know it is about to end. David Icke.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated to. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch them. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bar, you think you're free.
What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers.
Just seems like I was here yesterday. I was. Kind of. Anybody here got 4 kids? 3 kids? You got 4? 4. 3, okay. All right, wait. I don't know why I asked that.
We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. And the chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
Because you people and 62 million other Americans are listening to me right now. Because less than 3% of you people read books. Because less than 15% of you read newspapers. Because the only truth you know is what you get over this tube. Right now, there is an entire generation that never knew anything that didn't come out of this tube. This tube is the gospel, the ultimate revelation. This tube can make or break presidents, popes, prime ministers. This tube is the most awesome goddamn force in the whole godless world. And woe is us if it ever falls into the hands of the wrong people.
ينتظرونكم على أحر من الجمر.
If you can persuade people that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see, you're gone. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have. One of the main reasons that people are now looking at my books and what I'm saying in a vastly greater number than ever before is because so many of the things that I've written about over the years are now happening. I said in 1990 we can expect the power and frequency of hurricanes to increase after the millennium. A psychic message said there would be a severe hurricane around the Gulf of Mexico and New Orleans.
The bloodline hierarchy at the top of the human pyramid of control and suppression passes the baton across the generations, mostly sons following fathers.
I, George Herbert Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear. Let me. There would have been a deficit, but there wouldn't have been the commiserate, the kick to our economy. Are you having burritos for lunch?
Events, real and staged, that will create enormous fear in the countdown years to 2012. This includes a plan to start a third world war, either by stimulating the Muslim world into a holy war against the West, or by using China to cause global conflict, maybe both.
The years after the millennium will see gathering conflict all over the world, to the point where the United Nations will be overwhelmed.
January the 20th, 2001. Don't be surprised if the United States finds itself in another manipulated war during this administration. You will see monsters being created in the public mind to justify such action.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only
The concept's not answering. Somebody stabbed in business class. And I just was amazed that we can't breathe. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked. This is why we're flying.
When you look back on me
People have perceived me as claiming to be some kind of prophet. Now, it depends how you perceive the word prophet. If you perceive it as someone sitting in a darkened room and getting it from the ether, then I'm not that kind of prophet, really. It's very clear that there are two stories running side by side in what we call daily life. There's what I call the movie. This is the version of events that the mainstream media and all the official authorities, the system, tell us is the nature of what's happening in the world. Alongside the movie is the secret agenda, which the movie hides and obscures. That agenda is for a global state which can be pretty much described in the nightmare of George Orwell's 1984. The Big Brother global state, in which there will be a world government, world central bank, world army imposing the will of the world government, world currency, and a microchip population linked to a global computer.
I've told you the truth. I've told you what's happening. We have a scientific dictatorship, an elite using scientific technologies to dumb down, control, poison you, sterilize you. We're all under attack. Every one of you has had your IQ, your mind, your intellect, your soul, who you are, massively reduced by them. We have their own documents in the 20s where they said they were going to put it in the water and dumb you down. And now you're so dumbed down, mainstream news can admit it's deadly poison and does reduce your IQ. Doesn't matter if the American Medical Association finally gets pressured to say, don't give fluoride to babies, it's in all the baby water. You can rebel as a species, though. You can say no. You cannot just count on Alex Jones, but start your own access show, your own website, your own newsletter. Call into talk shows. Get your kids off sodium fluoride. Stop eating MSG and fast food. Stop eating GMO. Wake your neighbor up who's a cop. There are thousands of things you can do. The elite is behind schedule. Their new world order is in trouble. They admit they're behind. They're trying to accelerate. Things are getting more and more obvious. You can do things to fight this. You don't have to let them just have their way with you. You don't have to let them just win. If you take action now, and if you resist them, you can have a great effect. I'm calling for you to break out of your condition and to become aware of your condition and to use your intellect in any way you see fit to bring the New World Order down.